It is quite the study in contrasts. Over in Europe, French President Emmanuel Macron is taking an aggressive stance against the unvaccinated, saying he wants to piss them off and make life difficult. Meanwhile, over here, we have a governor doing quite the opposite, as Ron DeSantis touts the supposed free state of Florida, the freest in the country. He again reiterated his less testing mantra today.
If you're somebody who is very low risk, no health problems, no symptoms, just testing over and over again is not really clinically proven to be very much of a value. Again, you're free to do it.
Ah, yes, freedom. In fact, it would seem that DeSantis wants to make the state free for COVID to thrive and make life as easy as possible for the unvaccinated. He's gone to war with the cruise industry and the Biden administration over vaccine requirements and has tried to lure unvaxxed first responders with cash. But weirdly enough, all that freedom comes with less freedom, like barring schools from teaching lessons on race that right-wingers have mislabeled critical race theory, and requiring colleges to monitor the viewpoints of their professors, and also blocking private employers and schools from mandating vaccines or masks. And as you might recall, DeSantis signed an anti-riot law to crack down on police brutality protests and protect drivers who hit protesters with their cars. A federal judge blocked enforcement of that law. But if there's one thing you are really not free to do in Ron DeSantis' free state of Florida, it's criticize the governor. Community activist Ben Frazier was handcuffed on Tuesday as he tried to attend the governor's press conference.
The governor is afraid to meet with the people. He is an enemy of the people. He is an enemy of the people. He is an enemy of the people. When it comes to public welfare, this governor does not care.
Ben Frazier, former journalist and founder of Northside Coalition of Jacksonville, joins me now. Mr. Frazier, thanks for being here. Tell us what happened as you came into that space to try to attend the press conference. Then you were hauled off in handcuffs, and then what happened? Give us the story of what occurred.
Well, the bottom line here is that this governor does what he does best. He shuts down anybody who's against him, speaking to him from a different school of thought. He tries to shut people down. He's done the same thing with that HB1 law that you just mentioned. We're suing the governor because we recognize that the right to peacefully protest, Joy, is part of who we are as a nation. Protests are an indispensable part of the democracy. Public expression, in fact, is critical to a functioning democracy. So we went into that meeting with the thought that we would confront the governor, talk to him about issues that he's been avoiding, issues like racial disparities in economics, in housing, in business. We wanted to confront him because he never talks about these issues. And as you know, he's been running and hiding for the past 17 days, using his immune-compromised wife as an excuse not to show up and talk about the people. But I'm telling you right now that we're up 2,000% in terms of the people with this disease in the state of Florida. He is an example of poor leadership. This governor has been playing loose and easy, going through saying things that are against the controls of the citizens of the CDC, I should say, as well as the World Health Organization. He's acting like he's a doctor, and he's not. He's making poor decisions. He's playing politics with the pandemic and doing a damn poor job of it.
Let me let you listen to the Surgeon General of Florida, Joseph Ladapo, because he was on Fox News last night reiterating that he really doesn't seem to believe in getting people vaccinated or doing much testing. Here he is.
The vaccine passports, you know, this requirement to get tested, to go to school or to get on a plane. I mean, it's just ridiculous. This idea that, you know, that you could stop this with vaccines was unrealistic.
Where you live in Duval County, there's been a 365% increase in new COVID cases in the last 7 days, a 360% increase in new hospitalizations. What do you make of this Surgeon General and the governor that he serves?
Well, the Surgeon General is obviously the governor's yes man. We want to be perfectly clear, however, Joy, that this goes beyond partisan politics, goes beyond race. What this talks about is jeopardizing people's lives. Moms and fathers and cousins and aunts and uncles. And this governor is playing with their lives. We say he's an enemy of the people. He needs to consider stepping down.
And I'm going to put up this tweet that you did yesterday. You said the fight for civil rights continues in Jacksonville, Florida. It's not just a moment, it's a movement. And you talked about all the support that you've gotten. And the last question I'll ask you, were you actually charged with a crime for having been at this public press conference?
Yes, I was in fact charged with trespass after warning. We're calling on everyone, other grassroots organizations and leaders, to join us in Jacksonville to continue the fight for civil rights. We need your help down here in Jacksonville, Florida. Contact us at northsidecoalitionofjacksonville.com.
All right, Ben Frazier, thank you very much for being with me. Really appreciate it, and best of luck in all that you're doing. Stick around.